Well, we have been speaking about body language. It speaks before we open our mouths. But there's another step before we start greeting someone, and that is our ability to respect different cultures and different customs. We have to talk about now personal space. It is very important that we are aware that we should not be too close to a client physically when we are speaking to them. It is very important because different cultures have different habits or tolerance for what is called personal space. And there is a general here in South Florida where we all are. There are many cultures, and there are some cultures that accept or feel comfortable with somebody standing very close to them to speak, but other cultures do not. So we should adopt a standard that is generally accepted, and that is to stand between 1 and 2 feet distance to someone. So that means we should not speak too close to the person, even though we're smiling, even though we show confidence in what we're doing, even though we're looking at them in the eyes, because it's very important, and I emphasize eye contact. It is very disrespectful when you are speaking to someone or someone is speaking to you and you're looking around the room or perhaps looking over their shoulder to see if someone is in back of them. So remember that. But let me go back to saying that the keeping of a standard personal space is very important. That way we make sure that we respect all cultures and all habits of the people that we deal with. Once we stand a couple of feet apart, our next interaction with that person could probably be to shake hands. It is very important that we learn to shake hands correctly. The idea is that we extend our hand with our thumb up and our fingers together. And we give a confident handshake by shaking the hand of the other person and having their thumb meet our thumb. It is what we call in etiquette to have web-to-web contact. When we shake hands with somebody, I emphasize let's keep eye contact, have a smile on our face, and pump 2 or 3 times only. And then withdraw our hand and continue our conversation. It is very important that when we shake hands, we greet the person, good morning, good afternoon. It is a habit of social skills that has been lost. Many times you will encounter someone that you're seeing for the first time in the morning. And you don't say hello first, and you don't say good morning. You start by saying, Mr. So-and-so, I'm here to repair X, Y, or Z. No, that is not the introduction we want to have. Remember that social skills are our ability to get along with people. There are certain standards, minimum standards, that include, and I will repeat them, our body language, our facial expression, our respect of personal space, our handshake. The handshake speaks. The handshake speaks. Because if you give a confident handshake, a professional handshake, you are making an impression on your client that you are a person to be trusted, that you're a professional, that you know your business and you know why you are having an interaction with him or her. So let's remember that that confident handshake also speaks volumes before you say anything else. Also, we have to remember the personal space aspect. We are going to come in touch with people of many, many cultures here in South Florida. And we have to respect how they feel comfortable in having an interaction. So instead of running the risk of having your client feel that you're being disrespectful or that you are not being the kind of professional person that they want to deal with just because you don't know these small tips, these small skills that we are trying to make sure that you put into practice whenever you are with a client. So personal space is among those things that you have to remember. Also, how you shake hands, also saying good morning, good afternoon, always hello. And last but not least, to learn how to say our own name clearly and loudly enough. Another aspect that we're going to be evaluated on, judged on, is our tone of voice. It is important that after we shake hands and greet that client for the first time, we know how to say our own name clearly and loudly enough for them to understand it. And if someone asks you, could you repeat that, to feel free to even spell it, because it feels the person that we're doing business with confident when they know what to call you. These are the beginning of the social skills that we have to put into practice in order to have successful business relationships. Remember, 85% of our business life success depends on our social skills. We will continue with these topics in our next video.